Hey everyone, I'm Ross Chastain, and welcome to another episode of Asphalt, presented by Fresh from Florida and powered by Like a Farmer Media. Now remember, every other Thursday, these episodes can be found on the Like a Farmer YouTube page, as well as under Like a Farmer on any podcast platform that you listen to. We got a great show for you today. We're going to look back at the Charlotte weekend, where I ran the triple, as well as Nashville, only 2 races that weekend. We'll look ahead at Michigan. And we're also going to take you out to Cuba, Kansas for a trip to F&S Farms and see what their operation is all about. But first, producer Ben is not here. Why are you here?
You're in Nashville, Tennessee, man. And if you come to Nashville, you know I have to co-host the show Ag to Asphalt.
Is that why I'm still here?
Correct, yeah. I mean, now we're sitting here on Monday. The race has already gone and passed. But I told you, hey, we got Rock and Jock softball game tonight. We've got some CMA festivities throughout the week, and this is the best week in Nashville. So it's like, hey, Ross, you got to Ag to Asphalt to film. Why don't you let Pat come in and co-host? Ben needed a break, right? Ben's gone for this week.
What does Ben do?
Dude, let me tell you something. Actually, let's get into it. I was being very, I don't know, just kind of really locking in on what those people, the Bens of NASCAR, do. And those media guys, when they stand around the track and they got the highlighted vest, I think it's a great job. And they're putting their life on the line just as much as y'all do.
Really?
Yeah.
Riding around in golf carts.
Dude, when they're taking those pictures, I think if something were to happen, an accident, and it flips, they could.
Well, actually, Ben had an accident at Watkins Glen a few weeks ago, filled his Georgia boot up with water, stepped in a deep puddle. I think that's operator error more on his part. But Nashville, not to jump too far ahead, but when my brake rotor exploded, a kid got hit with a piece and had to go get some stitches. So we're reaching out to him now. We're trying to find him. I've just got loose terms around it, but we're going to get a hold of him and see if he's okay and send him some stuff.
Sign some stuff.
The word was that he got stitches and came back and watched the end of the race. So that's what I was told. So we're trying to find him. That's crazy. Think about getting hit with a piece of brake rotor from a race car.
And thank you for doing that, number one. I hope people watching this, maybe we can help. You're in contact with him, or we still need to find him?
We haven't found the family yet.
Oh, we've got to find them.
But the track's working on it.
Okay. So. Get in the comment section. Help us find them. Thank you for doing what you're doing. That's kind of cool. And the fact that, hey, you took one for the team. It's like when you're watching golf and a kid or somebody gets hit by a golf ball and they walk over. And all they get is a damn glove. It's like, so you are going to set this precedence of, hey, I'm sending you more than just,
maybe some Like a Farmer merch.
Exactly. Something like that. We can do that. We can work together on that.
A pair of Georgia boots.
Exactly. Signed. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So before we get too far into Nashville, we have a win that we got to talk about,
buddy.
And Charlotte too, which is, in my opinion, and biased, you're going to be able to answer this more than I can. It is kind of nice to win that close to home. I feel like the party gets a little bit better when you're that close to home.
Yeah. I mean, the 600 last year was unprecedented in my life. I've never experienced anything like that, winning where I live now and at home. A lot of people there. But to fast forward to this year and winning the O'Reilly race, the 8th try in the JRM car, Dale Earnhardt Jr., right, our most popular driver. If he was still in the league racing, he'd still be getting the award. And racing for his team, I went 0 for 5 last year. So I had 5 opportunities and didn't win one. This year, this was the 3rd of 5 in their cars. So very important to win. I mean, in a season where Cup has not went great, I've torn the truck up for Nice Motorsports a ton and not gotten to the ends of the races to tie together a race clean until there was oil on the track, hit the wall. NASCAR rolls us around to halfway and calls the race. We were the fastest car, so that's nice. But to win in that 9 car, that means a lot. That was very intentional to go drive that car last year, and then to go winless was tough as a competitor.
So me co-hosting the show today is going to be a little different, right? We're going to have to dumb it down a little bit, especially when we're talking about NASCAR. I'm interested to hear about when you win, whether it is a truck or an O'Reilly, still looking forward to Cup on that Sunday. Is the party just as good, or are you kind of having to hold back to celebrate that win until after Sunday? because I know you. I've known you for a long time, and you're a beautiful friend of mine. It's not like before Sunday, you're locked in. After Sunday, I can get you out and we can have a couple drinks. But, like, when you win on a Friday or Saturday, is there any type of party or not really?
No, and especially that one, it was so late. We were rain delayed, and then it got called for mist and rain and fog and all the things. And we ended up getting enough rain to lose the track Saturday night. And the thought of running all three on Sunday was not something NASCAR was up for. So we ran the truck race Sunday morning, and then we had the Coke 600 Sunday night. But definitely not partaking in the celebration as much on Saturday night after we won at Charlotte. No, for sure. It's eyes on Sunday, and everybody knows that. Like, Nice Motorsports knows that for the truck series. Junior Motorsports knows that for the O'Reilly series races that I run. It's Sunday first. That is what is most important. If we're not taking care of Sunday, then Friday and Saturday will go away. And either somebody will clip those off my schedule, or I'll clip them myself. If we don't feel like we're prepared on Sunday to go win the Cup race. So we waited, and on Wednesday I got to celebrate with the 9 team, which was a cool
That's
moment.
Awesome. Now, you were one of the first. We have a lot of great things to talk about today. But when you think about what has happened over the weeks in NASCAR, Kyle Busch passing away, you were one of the first. NASCAR does a great job celebrating the life, making sure that everybody understands what that means to lose somebody in the sport of NASCAR like that. But you were one of the first ones that had a platform of winning and then showing the note of Busch of doing the bow after he used to win a bunch of races. Mm-hmm. Was that something that just kind of came through right then? Because it's not like, obviously every time you race, you're like, I'm going to win, but it doesn't happen all the time. So is that something like right when you did it, you're like, let's do it now?
Not on purpose. It was not intentional. Ahead of time, I remember that day, I was sitting with David, our buddy old Erickson.
Oh, yeah.
And we heard an interview that Brad Keselowski did, champion of our sport, co-owns a team, 3 cars in the Cup Series. And he said in his interview that he expected the winner of the next race, whenever that was, because the truck race had been rained out and O'Reilly was delayed. And he said he expected the winner of the next race to do a bow. And David looked at me and I looked at him and I said, I don't think I'll do a bow. I don't have any plans to. And we talked about it, and we did not leave the truck that day saying, yeah, we're doing the bow. Now, fast forward, we win under a rain delay. Like, I get out of the car and I don't know that it's over. And then it comes through some officials, NASCAR officials, through to the team that the race is over. We are the winner. My car was destroyed. So I was a little worried that if we went back green, I knew I would lose right away. Like, I would be slow. And so I got to go do a burnout and then drive to victory lane. And the conversation we were having amongst our group was, do we even smash the watermelon? Like, it was under, it was the first race since he passed. So what do we do? NASCAR is different, I feel like, than other sports where we all travel together. We all are on the same planes. We all, like, fly in and out of the same airports. It's a lot of charter.
You all live in the same community for the most part?
General area. Yeah, within 30 minutes of each other probably. The ones that, like, the drivers that are older that have kids, they all go to school together, and some of the guys I race against went to school together. Yep. They're sons of racers. So I feel like we're a little different than other, like, big sports like football or baseball, where the teams are all in different cities, different states. We're all in the same area, and we travel to the racetrack basically at the same time. So I did the bow. Didn't really know I was going to do it till I was doing it, and it just felt right in the moment. And other drivers have done it since, and they're still doing it. They did it throughout the weekend here in Nashville. So still wild that we lost him. Like, I just raced against him in Dover a couple weeks ago, and just the thought that he's gone is still pretty hard to wrap my head around.
Well, rest in peace to a legend, and y'all are doing a great job and continue to do a great job on giving him and his family the light that they deserve. So, like I said, I think all of us combined, we give our condolences to the Busch family and NASCAR as a whole. Everybody's hurting, you can tell. Like, every camp is canceling stuff, to your point, because it's just such a tight community. So I appreciate what you're doing. the truck, the O'Reilly, and the Cup, why do you do all of them? Like, I feel like you got to educate me a little bit in the fact of, do you just love racing that much where it's like, if I can do all three on a weekend, I'm going to do it? Or is it something that you feel like you need to? Is it a point saying? Like, what exactly? Educate me a little bit on that, because when I get to come watch it for a weekend, I get multiple chances to watch it because you're doing more than just Cup.
I love it. I just like racing. Would be if the professional side didn't work out and I never made it to Cup and wasn't being paid to race, and I still had to, if I had to pay to drive, which is what all drivers have to start out as, I'd be racing at my local short track, like wherever I could. The one I grew up racing at is gone; it's shut down. But I would find a dirt track or something to go race at, or an asphalt track. So I love it, and I feel like that now that I've made it to Cup, the best way to be a better NASCAR driver is to race in NASCAR as much as I can. So it's very intentional. We fill out the full allotment that NASCAR lets us. They changed the rules over the off season, so we already had our schedule set for 26, and then they opened it up a bit for us with 3 more truck races and 5 more O'Reilly races. And I remember David called me and said, "We're doing this, aren't we?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's the number?" We couldn't even do the math. We had to get our calculators out, but it's 56 races.
Yeah.
For Cup, O'Reilly, and truck. So that's the goal: run the max and just race as much as I can. So it's trying to be in as much qualities where you see me getting into the JRM car, and then they were full at 5. So I was only able to get 5 races there. So then going to Jordan Anderson and Mario Gosselin to fill out the schedule, and running all my races at Nice. I've ran for Al Nice since 2018, and it was a totally different dynamic back then with his team and what it's grown into with Greg and Josh now owning it. It's something that watching them grow and the building they're in, I've been there for the entire ride, and still running for them. Finally got a base hit, I'll say, pun intended, for our Rock the Jock event tonight. That finished 5th the other night in Nashville. So
what was it, David? Was it 5th? 4th. Okay, yeah.
It's 4th.
And that's what brought to the conversation of that. So Nashville this past weekend, once again, another rainy weekend in Nashville. We knew that was going to happen. And 4th place in the truck. And that was a really good race. And you were so intuitive and smart before. You knew what cars were running really fast. And I thought it was a heck of a race when we finally got to see it.
Yeah, it was. Had to take our time. I've been basically tearing the fenders off the truck. My truck's been so fast this year that I've actually been hitting things and people and the wall and not getting the finishes. So, it was nice to just have a clean night, run right where we should have. Took a little strategy call, tried to stay out, and had a little bit older tires, but still was not going to be good enough even with fresh tires. So definitely glad that we just got it to the finish line and finally got some points on the board again for the 45 truck. And got to watch a great race. Lane Riggs drove up past Raj on the last lap. Yeah. Those front row trucks are ridiculously fast. Raj did a great job in Kyle's truck.
Yes.
Kyle would have been driving. So, yep. To me, it looked like Kyle was driving the 7. It said Caruth on the back, but it looked like Kyle, and it was the same paint scheme it would have been and all that. They had the same sponsor. So, definitely cool to see Raj, a guy that I know and I work out with. On Tuesday of last week, we were running sprints together on a running track, and he is a lot more athletic than I am, but I can still hang with him. Yeah. So it's good to see, the on-track stuff coming, the results kind of coming his way now after years of working. And really, I see a lot of my path where there's opportunity, and he's had opportunities, but the wins haven't came in as frequent as he would want or as they expect to, but now the speed has been there consistently in kind of all the cars he's driving. So it's funny, him and I go he has races at Jordan Anderson's 32 car, and then I have races there as well. So we're swapping between JRM and Jordan Anderson. So it's a lot of J acronyms. Yeah. But it's cool to see him. He's a young kid and got a lot of promise.
And then you go into Sunday, obviously Saturday and multiple days here in Nashville. You got these activations with your brand partners, which I think is cool, especially when you come to this city. Sunday, you're running fast, right? And was it in practice, You're running
Practice.
2?
Yep.
Okay, so you're running 2. Of course, I get on the DraftKings app, see what Chastain's at. He's at plus 1,800, so I put my little bet in. I think you're going to get a big win on Sunday. Tell me what happened on Sunday.
Yeah, car fast enough to win, for sure. We've won here before, so I remember what that felt like. The car, they've evolved it a bit, so the aerodynamics and the horsepower have changed, so we have more power and less downforce. And the car felt like it did when we won. That's impressive. It's not been normal for us, for sure, and then even just the way the rules have changed, they shouldn't feel the same, and we got that feel back in the car. And we were making our way forward early in the race, and going into turn 1, the brake pedal traveled more. So we use 2 feet to drive. So I use right foot on the gas, left foot on the brake. When we shift, because we're shifting around Nashville, we're upshifting on the straightaways and downshifting to go in the corners. We don't have to use the clutch. The clutch is only there to basically take off from pit road, do pit stops. That's all it's there for. They're straight cut gears. So you just lift off the throttle for a split second. Like as quick as I can, my foot goes from 100% throttle off, right back on, and I pull into the next gear. So we're running along, and the brake pedal traveled more, which is not like, we're so in tune with these race cars. I'm not listening to radio, like to the music. I'm listening in the car. I'm driving with all my senses, like smell, sight, hearing, all the feels. And I felt the pedal go down a little bit more, and the caution came out instantly. And I was like, oh, good. Like my brakes were starting to fade. That's not good. And it was for my teammate exploding a brake rotor, and I saw it on the big screen. I'm like, oh, that's not good. One, he's out of the race. My brake pedal just did something funky. So on the pit stop, we pulled some tape, tried to put more air to the brakes. It was too late. We had already done the damage. We went back green. We were in 2 laps, and my brake rotor exploded. So,
oh, dude, you could tell when they showed it on, shout out Amazon Prime, right? I mean, and they pulled in the garage, and you were walking. You just looked back, and you went,
yeah,
I'm walking.
Yeah, you got to go to the care center and get checked out. But it's, I mean, it's terrible. The car was fast enough to compete. I'm not saying I could go beat the Toyotas. I mean, we saw them 3 wide, like banging doors for the win, but we could have been 4th, and 4th over 37th is a lot better for all things, especially here in Nashville. So Connor and I had the same brake package. We both had the same problem. Shane, the 97 car, he had a different setup in his brakes, so his made it, and we don't know why. We've ran that brake package for years. We've ran it at all different tracks. At tracks that require more braking, and I don't know, something was wrong, clearly.
So what does that team meeting look like the next day when both of your team cars, you had 3, and Shane, you mentioned was fine. What does that team meeting look like? Like, hey, guys, something happened here, and we've got to figure it out. Because you just said that you had a fast enough car you believe to win the thing. Mm-hmm. What is that type of meeting, and who leads the charge on that? Like, are you going in there saying, hey, this is a problem, we got to fix it? Is it, like, give me that next day, whether it's on Monday or not, because I know we're still in Nashville, but what does that meeting look like?
Yeah, it's a Teams call that I call into because I'm not there. Normally I would be sitting in the room, but it's a lobby conference room at Trackhouse, and Phil Surgeon leads the meeting. He's my former crew chief, and he wanted to come off the road. He's got a couple young kids and a family that he wanted to be home for. So he runs things from the competition side, really is spearheading it because he's fresh off the road being a crew chief. And he leads the post-race meetings and helps all 3 crew chiefs at Trackhouse. So today I called in, and on my laptop and phone, I had them both up, and I can see in the meeting, and we're Teams messaging on the side to people to talk about any questions they had, so they didn't have to ask in front of the whole group, and I'm answering questions, and then all the drivers are giving their feel of what we felt at the racetrack. So as much data as we have, as much information as we gather, we still believe the best thing to make the cars better is to ask the driver and get their feel. So we're sitting in the seat, like, it's weird to say, but like what our butt feels. Like the feel we get in the seat is honestly the best thing. So Connor had his description of what his brakes did. I had mine. Shane had his of the pedals and what they were doing and how the feel was. And then they can go back and look at the data and try to decipher what happened, why Shane made it, and why Connor and I didn't. So very productive meetings. They were still talking up to about 30 minutes ago. So they're full bore into trying to understand the heat. Like, it has to do with heat. the brakes fail, it has to be heat related, either too hot, which makes sense. Something gets too hot, it breaks, or too cold, or it got too hot and too cold too quick, and it just went up and down in temperature too much, and that's what caused the brake rotor to explode. And that's what, I mean, they did. The rotors are spinning so fast. We're doing 160 miles an hour maybe into turn one, and when they come apart, I mean, they flew into the stands and break the wheel. They cut the wheel. Yep. And yeah, glad that both cars were not, like, Connor and I were fine today, and I was able to get mine against the wall early. But yeah, that meeting is led by Phil Surgeon, which is great because he's fresh off the road, like, and now he has this different view where he gets to see it from a higher perspective than just granular on the team side.
And now, going into this weekend, we got Michigan. Few things happening before we have Rock and Jock, Folds of Honor. Everything that they do is incredible. And then you have some stuff with the CMA, and we could go down a rabbit hole of, like, this NASCAR and country music and the overlap that's happening today more than ever, in my opinion, is so cool to see. I mean, people, they want to be associated with that country music NASCAR scene. You go to the race in NASCAR, I mean, every country musician that's somebody is there, which I think is awesome. So we could go down that whole deal of how cool that is. But let's talk about Michigan coming up this week. Like, what are you looking for now? We need to get a win in Cup. We got to.
Buddy.
Are you doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday? You doing Saturday, Sunday? You just doing Sunday? What's it look like this week?
Truck and Cup, so just two.
Friday, Sunday.
No O'Reilly.
So give me the rundown on what you're thinking about Michigan.
Yeah, well, I really have to back up, though, because I leave Nashville, making a quick stop back in Carolina for Kyle's funeral tomorrow, and then jumping on a flight to Indianapolis, and we're going to test Wednesday, Thursday at Indy on the Brickyard. So it's a tire test. Good year in NASCAR, trying to come up with the best tire for there. A couple cars get to go from each manufacturer, Chevy, Toyota, and Ford. And so I'll be the Chevy driver for that, and the Trackhouse provides the car. We take a hauler up there, and we test for 2 days. I mean, I was looking through the run plan today and trying to wrap my head around stepping through sets of tires and knowing when we're doing setup changes versus tire changes and what I need to do behind the wheel. But that will also be trying to make the car faster. So it's 2 days of testing that we never get. This is the only time this year I'll get this. So very intentional to be prepared. And Indy, although it's flat, it's fast, which Michigan is our fastest track. It's unrestricted. We don't bump draft there. In the corners, it's flat enough that we have to spread out a little bit. But on the straightaway, it's the fastest I've ever been in my life on land.
Oh, wow. Have you done well in Michigan in the past?
I've crashed a lot.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of my thing.
Have we gotten a top five?
I think sixth.
Okay.
I think we've been sixth.
Gotcha.
We had a chance to win a couple years ago, and I crashed with Bell, C-Bell, and took Daniel and I out of contention. We were about to be controlling the race, so that was a bummer. I mean, it's a bad mistake on my part. So, yep, I think what we learned at Indy could translate to Michigan, and we need some speed. We had it in Nashville, but that's a whole different package. Like, although it's still the number one car, it looks the same. The rules change week to week, and Michigan is different than Nashville.
Sweet. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to watch that. I'm excited to continue to watch you finish out the season. You're killing it as usual, especially outside of the car. I'm being serious. What you're doing here with Ag to Asphalt, because we're about to talk about your recent visit in Kansas. But thank you for what you do off of the track as well, because that's just as important as you know.
Well, you give us a platform, man, and we're trying to tell the ag story. So I feel like I have a great platform. I mean, I'm not day to day, but am involved with our family brand of watermelons, Melon One. And if I can tell other farmers stories too, I want to take these bright podcast lights and shine them their way too. I wish people could see the massive light you have above your head.
Yeah. Well, we were joking about that on Friday too. It's like we both come from family farming operations, multi-generational. You've got your brother running it. I've got my brother running it. And it's like we're all working for the same goal, but I'm not sitting here saying that I'm on the farm every day. Got a brand called Like a Farmer, just trying to shine light just like what you do off of the track, which is awesome. But it is kind of cool, to tell these stories like what we're doing, especially what you just experienced in Kansas not too long ago.
Yeah, man. Let's take everybody there. We'll show them F&S Farms out in Cuba, Kansas. Welcome to Cuba, Kansas. Hey guys, today we are here with Frank Popelka in Cuba, Kansas at F&S Farms. We're gonna get a lay of the land, see what this operation's all about. Frank, thanks for having us out.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Tell me about this place. Cuba, when you tell people you're from Cuba, do people question it?
Sometimes.
Do you ever have fun with it and tell a good story?
Yeah, no.
How long have you lived here? Has your family been here? What's the story of your family in Cuba?
Grew up with my folks, and actually it was at this house. And of course I'm here now. Dad helped me get going, and it just went from there.
What are you mainly putting in the ground? I see a lot of row crop out here. It's getting ready to be planting season.
Corn and soybeans is all we plant.
Why is there less wheat out here?
You can't make no money on it.
Just the dollar.
It's the dollar thing.
I saw your son on the way in. We're going to get him on in a minute. He's here working. It's spray season right now. I think this is your spray time.
Yeah.
He's looking to continue on with it.
Oh yeah.
With the farm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had my doubts at the beginning, but he's really come around.
Some of us are just late bloomers in some of this,
Well, that's okay.
taking life, where we want to take it.
It's okay.
I'm in that boat too, so I know my dad has questioned me.
But there's no doubt in my mind now that he wants to farm. So.
Okay. How far in an area here do you go to farm, and how many acres are you looking at?
So they just was talking about we farm around 2,600. We have a hard man, and we farm his too, so it's a little more than that, less than 3.
So on this piece of land, you grew up here, your family, this house. What are we looking at here with these bins? What are we running through here, and when would that be?
Well, used to be there'd be wheat, corn, and beans out there.
Yeah. Pretty
much anymore it's just corn. Beans are a little harder to store, and we don't grow wheat anymore, so.
So what's going in this field this year?
This will be corn, so that's our rotation. That was soybeans last year.
And talk about that. Why is that important to alternate that and rotate?
Well, we're probably a little fast rotating. I think it just breaks up the cycle.
Are you involved in any of once you harvest it, do you run your own combines?
Yeah.
And then do you haul it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Truck it to a...
Yeah. A lot of it goes to Narca, which is north of here. We've Clyde some. We've hauled some to Cortland.
About these wind turbines. I see them out here. We drive in from Kansas City. We're about
There's
3
a lot
hours.
of them.
3 hours west of Kansas City, where I'll be racing this weekend. But as you drive out, you start seeing the blinking lights, and then you get here, and we're in a vein of them. Are any of these on your properties?
I have one, and Joel has one. And then, my family, they have a few more, but that's okay. But yeah, they're all right, I think. They don't bother me, but not everybody agrees with that either. And I understand.
Yeah. But the wind, I assume the microphones are picking it up, but it's windy out here.
Yes, it is.
That's why these things are able to turn. So that's a long-term contract then to put those up, I'm assuming. And then, do they buy the ground those go on? Is there a little bit about that?
No, it's a 30-year lease, I think it is.
So you still own the dirt.
Right.
And they'll put it up, and then
they pay you
in
rent.
30 years.
They pay you rent each year.
Why do you farm?
I would never do anything else, ever.
Did you ever try anything else?
Not really, but I just love doing it. And if you love what you're doing, you'll never work another day in your life.
Well, Georgia Boot wants to say thank you. So I know it's not
Holy shit.
time to run the grain cart, but it's spray season, so if Joel gets you out there, you got
awesome.
new pair of boots.
Awesome. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Hell
Hopefully the
yes.
size is right. If not, we'll, I think it is.
Oh, it'll work. Cool.
Cool. Well, thank you for letting us come out.
Well,
See
thank
a little
you.
bit. Thanks for jumping on camera, Joel. Had a great time talking to your dad. But since he said he's semi-retired, were his words. I don't know if you would agree with that, but you're taking over the farm. We got to be about the same age. I'm 33. How old are you?
I'm 36, and Dad retired last year in February when he turned 65. He did a pretty good job of letting the reins go, but he still likes to tug on them every now and then. You know, he's pretty good at tugging on them, but yeah, it's been great.
What do you put him to work on? If he's looking to do something, which I'm sure because he still lives here, do you have like something you can just put him on, keep him busy?
Yeah, he absolutely loves moving dirt.
Okay.
Which is great because I hate it. So, you know, we get a terrace broke out, get a washout spot. He's right on it, and that's great.
Yeah. So we're standing here by the grain bins, a couple different sizes and looks like ages of the bins. What's the story here? Your dad didn't say much about it.
Yeah, so this is my grandpa's old place. And many years ago, they came out with a program for farmers to store grain because they were worried about a food shortage. So Grandpa would fill up a bin. He would collect money off that bin by storing it, and then he'd put up another one, and he'd fill another one. And that's how we kind of came to this row of bins. You know, it's more of a logistics thing. Like here at the home place, it's really nice for us to go right here, store our grain. It's nice and close. And every now and then, depending on the market, you'll get a little better pricing by storing it yourself.
What do you see the future? Is that what you think it'll be for a while now?
You know, it's all variable. It really just depends what the market's telling us to do.
You've got two little young kids.
I do.
How old are they?
I got a 5-year-old daughter. Her name is Campbell. And then I have a 10-year-old son. His name's Carter. And then I have a wife who's been with me for a long time, but married only about 3-4 years now.
Okay.
But, her name's Kayla. And yeah, they're both very different. My kids are, but they're both a lot of fun. And my wife, boy, she helps us out so much on the farm.
You see either kid going in the farm? It's young. I know they're young, but
yeah, I would love it. I'm just not sure about it, and I certainly don't want to push them into it. You know, my son's told me before he wants to farm, and so is my daughter. Boy, that'd be great if I could have both. Mm-hmm. But you know, we'll just have to see what they want to do in their future and what their future brings to them.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful piece of property here. I think it's so cool that y'all hear where your grandfather was and continue to farm. So thank you for letting us come by and telling your story, man. And
I appreciate it, Ross.
Just come to a race sometime.
Absolutely.
All right, and I'll get you a pair of Georgia boots. You gave a pair to your dad. I'll get you a pair now.
All right, I appreciate it.
Right. What'd you think, Pat? Is that what you thought Cuba, Kansas would look like?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think there was a Cuba, Kansas. And that's why I do believe what we're doing on highlighting. When you think about rural America, small town America, whatever you want to do, those people are the ones who feed us. So I thought it was unbelievable.
Yeah. I spent some time out there doing a little turkey hunting while we were out there, telling on myself.
Obviously.
But my guide, Turkey Tom, he had a bad accident. So prayers and well wishes to Turkey Tom. I know you haven't met him, but thinking of you, buddy. Get well soon. We got some turkeys to chase next year. So scary deal there. But tonight, man, we got a little rock and jock softball, which fortunately for everybody watching, you and I are not going to be playing.
Yeah, I know. Maybe one year we'll be able to get up. You're a great coach, and you're coaching. I think you're coaching Zach Top's team. So you got Zach Top as a captain versus Riley Green as a captain. So that'll be just straight movie right there. It's cool. You want to talk about something that's grown, because you and I have done it for a long time. Like It's the thing to do that kind of opens up CMA week, in my opinion.
Yeah. I get to work with Folds of Honor through Jockey. So I drive the Folds of Honor car in the Coke 600 last couple of years. We won in it last year. So bringing that ring, like the Coke 600 ring, to Rock and Jock event last year and showing a lot of the jockey folks that weren't at the race was really cool. Coming back this year, let the players go play, and I'm just there for moral support mainly in the dugout, just there to hype them up. So what I think is so great about Folds of Honor is that through our Memorial Day race at the Coke 600, NASCAR brings the family of a fallen service member to the track and puts their name on a car. But we're very intentional with Jockey and Folds of Honor to do that and bring their family of a Folds of Honor scholarship recipient. So we've had the McRae family and now the McCain family this year, where the kids have gotten scholarships through Folds of Honor. So very cool to be here for Rock and Jock.
And you think about it, it's not, I mean, country music's there, NASCAR's there, Jesse James Decker's there, Eric Decker, her husband, Travis Pastrana. I mean, some of these from these different industries. We've had actors, actresses, musicians, athletes. Really cool to see everybody coming together for this cause. They sell it out every year, and I'm excited to be there.
Yep. I'm just gonna try not to take any. I don't want to be the story.
Nobody does.
No.
You're exactly right. There's usually, last year Zach Top had the beer helmet with the. Gavin Adcock got a home run last year. Who would have thought that? That dude's got some wheels for big boy he is. And there's always going to be some sort of excitement. It seems like Fox Nation's coming in town to even to be the distribution. So
okay.
The eyeballs are going to be on tonight. So as long as you can be a good coach, maybe stay in the dugout as much as you can. But if I was you, I would lock in a little bit. If you don't like a call, I'd go and maybe have a couple conversations with the umpires. Really make your stance early on.
Okay. Because
you really want to get a win here.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks for co-hosting or hosting, I think.
I love doing this. I love what you're doing. I love you as a person, obviously. But this Ag to Asphalt show, I think, has blown through everybody's expectations, and I want to continue to grow it. And any chance I have the opportunity to hop on the camera with you, man, it's a great day for me.
All right. Well, see you back in Florida.
You will.
All
Very
right.
soon.
Let's catch up.
Let's catch up.